Got one pot that holds 3 gallons. I got another pot that holds 2 gallons. And I'm making 2 different batches of cheese. And they're both going to have to be put in the molds. I do have a smaller mold than my one right there, which that one holds like 6 pounds. So this one will actually be in that one. And then I got to go downstairs and get the other one that'll fit in this one. I'm doing a pepper jack is one with jalapenos. And then the other one is just going to be another Monterey Jack, is what I'm hoping to do this one. Or maybe I could do one as a cheddar and a Monterey and then mix them together to do a Colby Jack. And then do one that is a, take part of the Monterey and do a jalapeno jack with it, or a pepper jack is what you'd call it, is my plan. And what I'm doing for Christmas for everybody is I'm making cheese wheels, the wheel that you get out of the press. So I asked everybody what they'd want for cheese so far, and then I'm doing our famous milk caramels too, that I'll go to my mom's sometime this month and make some large batches. I'll probably take this pot, take a few gallons of milk with me, and just make a bunch of batches of caramels for Christmas. And then I'm going to make butter batches too for everybody to have for Christmas. It's going to be homemade, and nothing is better than homemade stuff, I'm telling you. Especially if it's stuff that you can fill your belly with, and that's sweet and goodness and everything else. So I've got to get these up to 90 degrees, both of these. Then I can do my splashback culture that I've got from my cheddar and go from there. So I do want to try to make another mozzarella too, because like I said, today is a cheese making day, but these take the longest. So I thought, well, I'll do these, and then if I have time later this evening, I can do a big batch, like a 3-gallon worth of mozzarella, since that only takes 30 minutes and you have cheese. So stay tuned, and once we get up to temp, I'll let you know. Put my splashback whey in it from my last cheddar, which is this right here, which I got a vacuum seal, and then that can start aging. And then I stuck my rennet in here, and now we gotta wait 45 minutes to see if it congratulates together and starts taking away the whey. So we'll see in a little while. It's been about an hour, and I can already see just by looking through this which one has set up and has a clean cut and one that's not quite ready yet. So this one right here, for sure, I have my hot dishwater going because I've got these dishes I gotta do here. But I'm gonna take a knife here, and I'm just gonna go right down the middle and bring it back up, and we have a clean cut. So what I'm going to do now is just cut my curds, and I go right down the middle. Oh yeah, it's a nice firm. And we're going to do about 1/2 inch cuts. This one I think I'm going to make as my pepper jack, but I want to do a smoked pepper jack. So I'm not quite, my curds are turning. They're wanting to go every direction as possible. And what I have for my smoke is a liquid smoke. And they said you add that after your curds are and I'll go crisscross again. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that set now. How I like to do it is after I cut it, I leave it set for about another 5 minutes. just to be able to have the curds kind of settle. And get my water here. That's hot, which that's what I want it to be. So I'm going to throw all my stuff I want to be in there and soak quick. And he's making utensils. Get all those in there while I'm waiting. And then I can put my plates down in there because I like to do that too. Get my plates in there. Whew, that's hot. Put my one bowl in. Put my one cup. On the side, I have another cup I can put right here in the middle. Down on this end. And then those can soak. This was actually clean, but I'm going to put it right back in. And then I just got my 2 milk jugs, my husband's cup, this to wash out. But I usually keep it had a lined, what do you call that, parchment paper in there. So we're going to check this one real quick. I can't stand it because I got flies galore in the house, and I'm not sure why. Yeah, this is not. Oh, it did go clear. It's just got, it's really thick. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait though. I'm going to let this set a little longer. I mean, it looks good. It smells good. Both of them smell really good, but that one's cut, so I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait a little longer. I'll probably try to get these dishes done and come back to these. And then I got to warm these back up while the curds are doing what they need to do, and I'll get you guys going on that. My Monterey Jack is setting for 30 minutes at 100 degrees. I had to stir it for 40 minutes and gradually take it up to 100 degrees. So now I've got to wait for, you're supposed to stir it every once in a while, but I skipped that stage and I just let it set for the half an hour at 100 degrees, and then it all makes a ball down at the bottom of this anyways. Meanwhile, I'm going to cut this, and it's ready to go. But I can tell you that I am way down in there trying to get this cut because I don't have a knife big enough to cut all the way down in there. So this is how we're doing it. And this is my cheddar, and I'm gonna cut half of my Monterey. I'm gonna put that into my smaller mold right there. That's gonna be my pepper jack. And then this is this is full of curd. This is more curd than whey. My Monterey Jack was more whey than curd, but there's still a lot of curds in there. So this is actually going to be a Colby Jack and a smoked cheddar. So I'm making 2 different cheeses in each pot so that I can I just don't have 4 cheese presses to be able to do, because all 4 of these cheeses have to be pressed. So I'm hoping what I can do is mix what I need to mix and get them pressed. And let me go this way now. I'm trying to cut different directions. And then I have to stir this for 40 minutes, bring the temperature back up to 100. We have to let this set and rest now that we cut the curds. So this has got to get washed. I'm going to put my lid back on. And then this just has to sit and rest for 10 minutes. And then I have to turn it on, get it slowly up within 40 minutes to 100 degrees, or 90 degrees, I think, actually. And right now it's like about 85 or something like that right now. So we'll slowly get it up. Meanwhile, I have to stir and cut curds and all that good stuff. So this will be ready to actually get into the molds, mix the jalapenos, which I have right here. I have a towel over it so the flies will leave it alone. This I actually was in the oven, so it was kind of getting these to be more mushier down, but all this will go in mixed in with the curds. So I have to take half the curds out, and then I'm going to mix it with the cheddar, and then I'm going to take half these curds are coming out, and then those will be added with the liquid smoke that I'm going to be using, which is right here. I really like this. I'm going to put probably a teaspoon of it in there and see what the smell is like, and then just go from there. And I can keep adding small amounts to it. So stay tuned and we'll get back to cheese making. I got the jalapeno Monterey Jack, or pepper jack I should say, in here, and we can see right where it's at. I've got quite a bit of pressure on it. I do not have a cheesecloth on it because I don't know why you have to have a cheesecloth. I'm not sure why. Besides, this are leaking out. But we're waiting on this, and I'm just going to make this a whole, since I didn't have enough to do a Monterey Jack, or a Colby Jack, I mean. So I'm just going to do this a full smoked Colby in my big container there on press, and that's what that'll be. Then I got these dishes to wash, and both of the molds will be sitting here leaking down into here. I've got my whey from the first batch in here for the chickens because I'm going to ferment their grain, and I still have some throwback whey, so I don't need any right now. I still have this. I want to get this used up first before I save some more off of another one. But yeah, that's what's going on. I'm just going to leave this for about another half an hour or so. Then I will, because I stirred, I'm trying to keep it at the 100 degrees, which it's staying for the 30 minutes. And you're supposed to stir, but like I said before, I don't really try to do that. I just let it set for the hour, and then it forms a good level of solid curds at the bottom, and then you drain the whey off. You salt this. This has to be in a brine. So we'll see. This is supposed to be pressured at 6 hours, I think. Or no, for an hour, and then you flip it. And then what I can actually do is take this whole thing off and then actually flip it upside down. Take the mold out of it and put it on the bottom. Put this back on this, and that's how you could flip it, I guess. And then that would be sitting in there for overnight at a, more stronger of a press down. And then I got to make my brine. I got to get a brine made because this has got to sit for 24 hours in a brine, and we'll see if the cheesecloth actually isn't needed or not. It could be a fail, and then it might work, so I don't know. We'll see. Alright, this one got flipped after an hour, and now it's got quite a bit of pressure down on it. I'm just gonna tighten it a little more. We went to town, got some more, see, I can see some more whey coming out of it. And then I flipped this one when we got back. This is my smoked cheddar, and this is my Monterey Jack pepper jack. So I'm trying to, that's actually all the way down on it, and we do have some coming out. If I try to make this just a little more, but see, I can see where the edges are coming out. And this one came right out of this without even having a cheesecloth on it. And this one I had a little bit of an issue because it went through these little holes, obviously. And I've got it up on a thing so it's tilted a little bit. And that's a jar that we use for the dogs and cats to drink some milk. And then I've got our dinner in here right now. Some fish sticks, beer battered fish sticks. We use these because they don't have anything like seriously bad in them, and I can eat them even though they got wheat. They don't really bother me, which is nice. But this is my cheese making video, and then tomorrow this has got to go in a brine. This has just got to air, you know, sit out in the air, and this one will have to too for a few days. And then I can vacuum seal it and start aging it. And this one I'll be able to vacuum seal also and start aging it. So with that being said, I'm going to end this video, and then in a couple of days, after I have got those out and the ones in the brine and the other ones sitting in air for a couple of days, and then when I get ready to vacuum seal them, I'll show you guys how I'm doing that, kind of show you the product, and then a couple months from now we will take them out and actually try them and see how they taste and go from there. But thank you guys again for being here. Thank you for our subscribers. Thank you to our members. Thank you to everybody that views our videos, and of course comments. We appreciate each and every one of you, and as always, until next time, God bless you all.